This is The Maid and the Mansion. A Missing Guest, The Maid and the Mansion Cozy Mystery, Book 3, written by Fiona Grace, read by Amelia. Chapter 1. Croissants, Mary Adams decided, were truly a labour of love. She'd had the opportunity to savour these flaky, buttery, crispy delicacies quite a few times since moving away from Stoke-on-Trent after losing her factory job when the men returned from the war. It was an enjoyable perk of her new career as a housemaid working in stately homes. But not until now that she was helping full-time in the kitchens of Drakeley Castle had she realised exactly how much effort went into their making. It took days. It all began with mixing and rolling the large bowl of dough out on the large steel kitchen counter. Then the dough was set aside to prove, usually overnight. Then it was time to add the layer of butter, thick and pale yellow gold, exactly the same colour as her hair, which was firmly tied back in a ponytail and covered in a chef's hat during her working hours. With the butter added, it was time for rolling again. Then, time to put the dough away to chill. Then, more rolling and folding and rolling and folding until her arms ached from wielding the rolling pin, in exactly the way they'd ached in the days she'd been on the assembly line in the machinery factory. Mary liked the feeling of tired arms because she associated it with good, hard work. It was all part of the security of having a job, which in today's world was all important, especially when you were alone in the world like she was. Finally, after what felt like hours of folding and rolling, the croissants were ready for cutting, shaping and baking. That was the stage she was at now. The dough had been perfectly rolled and meticulously prepared. At any rate, she hoped so. Now, at last, it was time to cut it into the small triangles that, when baked, would puff and crisp up into something so delicious it was nothing short of miraculous. Checking the clock on the kitchen wall, Mary saw it was 7:30 a.m. "Those are looking good," the cook, Mrs. Waddington, praised. "Little beauties." "Thank you," she said. "I hope I'm getting the knack for them. This is what, your fourth try at 'em?" Croissants were made on a Friday, Saturday and Sunday morning from the same batch of dough. Since Mary had been here a month, the cook was right. This was her fourth try at the dough, and it was the closest to perfection she'd gotten so far. "It is," she agreed. "Better and better each time," Mrs. Waddington said, and Mary glowed inwardly at her kindness and positive words. What a difference it made to be in an encouraging environment. "But make sure about those sizes, eh?" the cook added, a note of warning in her voice.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?